And good afternoon. Well, I guess it's afternoon, evening-ish, something like that here from LaHarpe High School. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Coverage of IESA 8th grade 2A regional semifinal volleyball between the Cyclones of West Prairie and the Heat of West Central. I'm Dwayne Hewlett. Madison Boo is running a camera for us tonight, so I want to thank her as we were a little short-staffed this evening, but she is running a camera, and I have Ned Eckert helping me keep stats. Ned, I'm going to turn your microphone up so in case you want to say something you can. So don't say anything under your breath.
Okay.
Ned's going to help me keep some stats tonight, so I appreciate that. This is the number 1 seed in West Central against the number 4 seed in West Prairie. Should be a good contest here tonight. As we look down the list, some names that folks will recognize. This is the second time that I've seen both of these teams this year. The big name that you'll see, and if you watch the Bushnell game against West Central, Lauren Winters, the middle hitter for the Heat, will be key for them tonight. Of course, the Cyclones have several key players, probably none more important than Madeline Sullivan, the tall setter. She comes from setter lineage, of course. Leslie Sullivan. Used to be Leslie Fowler as her mom and an assistant coach here on the junior high team. She is a good one. She's got a lot of that same mentality that her mom had back in the day, so she will be fun to watch here tonight. It should be a good contest. It's always fun to watch two teams. You know, we're at the end of the season, and Ned, I'm going to ask you this because you used to coach volleyball, but we're at the end of the season. They're in pregame before the clock started running. Terry Paul, who's been coaching for I'm not even going to say how many years, and you know, Coach Hill on the other side, coaching still practicing during pregame warmups. I mean, That's good coaches, good teams. They're still trying to get better. They're not, okay, it's the end of the season, we're just going to go on our laurels or we're going to do whatever.
Right.
They're still coaching before the game, saying, get your arms out, get low, stay on the balls of your feet, don't get on your heels, stuff like that.
At this age, they all need those little reminders every day.
And fundamentals, of course, are the key at this junior high level.
Absolutely.
Teaching fundamentals reaches a winning attitude, right?
Exactly right.
So both of these schools have become that. West Prairie and Colchester before that with Coach Paul has been that way for a long time. I said to her during one of the high school games, I kind of feel like she has kind of helped bring West Central Illinois volleyball up to a point where all the coaches in the area now have either seen her coach or coached with her or played for her or whatever it seems like. And all these programs seem to be rising to the top now.
Exactly right. And she drills them fundamentals, you can tell, in her teams.
So the fundamentals will be good. The big missing key for the Cyclones tonight will be Kennedy Webster. The normal starting left will be out because last night during a drill, which wasn't even a real action drill, I was told they were doing hitting approach drills with a wiffle ball, and she went to go under the net after throwing the wiffle ball to get the ball and twisted her ankle. So she's out for the night. Don't know how long she'll be out, but I would imagine I've twisted my ankle pretty severely, and tonight is regional semifinal, regional finals before the end of the week. Odds are it probably unfortunately won't be back unless it's a pretty minor sprain.
Exactly.
But the nice thing is the way Coach Paul coaches is everybody learns everything. Everybody can do everything. So she can put another player in there. They may not be quite as good at whatever position Kennedy was playing, but they'll be sufficient, hopefully, to take the spot.
Exactly right.
So see what they can do there. And, in fact, up until about 20 minutes ago, Coach Paul still had not decided which player was going to take Kennedy's spot. So we'll wait and see when they do starting lineups. Who's that? You've been watching the pregame show here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. It's brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer our area teams on to victory. As we're getting close, the scoreboard went off. It was running. Now it's gone. So, the worst part about that is we've got to make sure I keep the score right then.
Exactly right.
Are you going to keep score?
Do they have a little flippy thing over there?
I don't know. I'm hoping they have something because I always screw the scoreboard up. Anybody that watches this knows that I screw the scoreboard up on a regular basis. Madison, you going to keep score too so you can tell me if I'm wrong? She's looking at me like I don't want any part of that. She's all over it. She is a recruit for the night, so I want to thank Madison for coming on board and helping us tonight. Ned, I called Ned literally on the way over here as well. Or actually, I texted him and say, hey, I want to be doing a game tonight if you want to stop up. And you helped me with a couple basketball games, but volleyball is what I remember you coaching mostly.
Right, exactly.
So is it your first love as far as coaching? Or do you?
Yeah, I'm probably more knowledgeable at it than any other.
So
by far.
the cool thing about as we get farther into regionals and sectionals and stuff at the 8th grade level, the teams start taking on the look of more of a high school type of team, right? So they'll get into a 3-person serve receive or whatever, whereas, you get in those opening rounds and you'll see still like a PE game where they have 6 people back behind the line trying to serve receive.
The one-hit wonders, as I call them.
Yeah, so we'll see how things go here tonight as we're getting ready for the national anthem. And we'll let you folks hopefully hear that here tonight as the principal for the LaHarpe Elementary School heads over to turn that on. So we'll let you hear the national anthem and then the starting lineups. Well, we think we're going to hear you. So that was the the national anthem. We'll have the starting lineups here in just a second. I didn't show Madison how to loosen the camera, so I was over there trying to do it without saying anything. But you can tighten it and keep it from moving by turning that. She was, as I said, she was the last-minute substitution, so I greatly appreciate her coming in as we get ready to do the starting lineups now. So we're getting ready to go here with the start.
You're good.
Oh, I've got power now. Well, sorry, folks. We lost power there for a second. I was trying to make sure I wasn't unplugged somewhere, but then it came back. Madison just said they've had some power issues here in the school and or LaHarpe today, so hopefully that isn't. You'll still be able to see. Just Probably luckily for you, you won't be able to hear me. That won't be an all bad thing for most people probably. As we're still waiting on the starting lineups. As I mentioned in the live chat, we were running a little bit behind, and this is going to put us a little farther behind. There's a pretty good crowd over here on the near side. There's not hardly anybody on the far side, but not sure what we're waiting on here. I think, Ned, that the kids would probably be okay if we just play, right, and skip the starting lineup.
Exactly right.
Mr. Finch, the AD for West Prairie and former teacher here at LaHarpe.
There, he must be going to do it. Jodell just gave him the microphone.
They've been looking for the microphone, I think, maybe. They do have the clock working again, though, so the scoreboard will be up there. I wonder if they flipped a breaker.
West Prairie Cyclones. Number 6,
So they did, he read through those pretty quick. Did you get them all?
I believe so.
That's the libero, London Parker, Ruby Giddings, Lauren Winters, Peyton Ludington, I believe, will be the other starter. So Lainey Klossing will be the libero for the Heat. Number 9, Abby Starbuck, will be the libero for the Cyclones. As we'll get ready to go here with game number 1. Number 13, Haley Hendricks, is out there as one of the starting 6. So for the Cyclones, it's number 6, Alexa Barkley. Number 7, Taylor Phelps. Number 8, Madeline Sullivan. Number 12, Mason Shipman. Number 13, Haley Hendricks. And number 16, Macy Branch, I do believe. And the libero, as I said, will be Abby Starbuck. On the floor for the Heat will be number 2, Regan Schaefer. Number 3, Grace Seitz. Number 13, London Parker. Number 18, Ruby Giddings. Number 20, Peyton Ludington. And number 25, Lauren Winters. The libero will be Lainey Klossing. As liberos are in, serving will be the Cyclones, and I do believe that is number 8, Madeline Sullivan, serving first here in this one. Deep and off the hands. Oh, a nice job to recover. It's going to be a free ball coming across. It's going to be a bump, and then into the middle to Barkley, and a tip by Lauren Winters, and a kill on the tip. The point will go to the Heat, and they are on the scoreboard first with the side out. Back serving for the Heat, number 13, London Parker. And they're going to call an illegal hit on Shipman as she caught it and carried it a little bit. So Parker will get a service point. That's something you don't see called very often, though.
Not
anymore.
Very often. Nope.
And London Parker with an ace as it falls right in front of a diving Cyclone. That would have been Barkley, number 7, or excuse me, Phelps, number 7. Barkley is number 6. Parker back to serve again. London Parker served 2 straight. That goes off of Barkley. Starbucks gets to it, but then it can't get sent back across.
Struggling with serve receive right off the bat. Could be nerves. So.
Yeah, serve receive is a key to any volleyball. If you can't serve receive or just receive, play defense, and pass, you're going to have a lot of trouble. So, and a let serve ends with an ace, and a timeout is going to be called by the Cyclones and Coach Terry Paul. We'll take a break as well and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right after this.
We're an 11-bed ER. I pride myself on every day that the patients get what they need and see a physician when they need it. We want them to be headed towards the road of recovery when they leave here. I feel like we have nurses that care so much. We're more than a team. It's a family, and we want what's best for the patient.
And welcome back here. It's 4-0, or 5-0, excuse me. I didn't add the extra point. See, that's why I shouldn't keep score.
And
that is a service error after 4 straight service points for the Heat off the hand of London Parker. And it's a side out, first point of the game, and back to serve for the Cyclones, number 16, Macy Branch. And I think she touched it. She did. That was going out of bounds, but she touched it. A point for the Cyclones, and they close the lead down to 3.
Both teams struggling with serve receive.
Getting everything fixed back up here. It's 5-3. Another point for Macy Branch. She served 2 straight. That's deep again. That goes off of sights. It's going to be a free ball across. We pushed across that time by Shipman. Now Sullivan's going to set near side to Phelps. Her hit is going to fall. An ace for Taylor Phelps, or a kill, excuse me, for Taylor Phelps, and a point for Branch, and it is 5-4. Cyclones roaring back here, trying to tie it up. That's going to go out of bounds. Passing error results in another point. And we're knotted at 5, and a substitution is going to come in for the Heat. Number 21, Michaela Swank is checking in, replacing Parker. Going for point number 5. That would have been illegal back in the day.
Oh, back in the day, yes.
And a passing error results in a 5th service point. You know, that's one of the things for a coach like Terry Paul or coaches that have been around a long time, the changing of the game has been so drastic.
Yes, absolutely.
Ludington's going to set Winters, tipped, pushed up. Now it's going to be a free ball if they can get it across. They will. Winters is there. She tips it again. Starbuck gets it. Now it's going to be a bump set. It's going to come across. Ludington gets it, and somebody was in the net. I believe it was Phelps who was trying. That ball was so close to the net that she couldn't tell whether it was going over or not.
Both teams playing very aggressive with the net.
6-6 the score, and back to serve will be number 2, Regan Schaefer for the Heat. Now it's going to be tipped across by Sullivan. Ludington's going to set far side. The attack by Carnes, I believe. No, excuse me, it was number 18, Giddings. She hits again, and that time she's going to get the kill. Giddings gets the first kill of the night for the Heat, and Schaefer gets the service point. 7-6. Deep serve this time. Phelps is there. It's an overpass, and it's trouble, but it's going to come back across. Now it's going to be pushed back across by Shipman. Now it's going to be at the net. Barkley with the kill for the Cyclones. Overpasses will kill you.
Absolutely.
Especially when they're right there at the net like that. Back to serve will be Barkley.
We always called it feeding the bears.
And she did right there. And Winters will take full advantage of that as well. That's going to come. Oh, it's going to be off the net. Ludington tried to play it off the net, but then get the foul pull. So Barkley will get the point. And for the first time tonight, the Cyclones have a lead here in game number 1. 8-7 is the score. Barkley back to serve one more time. Deep right side, and what a serve. That was right down the line. A diving Grace Seitz tried to get a hand on it, but she couldn't do anything with it. Barkley gets the ace. That was a hard right down the line serve. That's hard to receive, isn't it?
Deep, right down the line.
That one's deep too, and then it was a miscommunication between the libero and the defensive specialist in the back row. At that time, it's going to be an attack by Phelps. It's going to be pushed across. Phelps is there. Sullivan's going to push it deep corner. What a push to the back deep corner. And a double hit.
Double contact.
As running back, you got to give some credit to Michaela Swank. She went from the 10-foot line all the way to deep near the baseline of the basketball court and got a hand on it, but she couldn't do much with it. Actually came back and got her as well. It's 10-7, the Cyclones with a lead. This game being brought to you by Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief weekly edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Macomb. And the McDonough Telephone Cooperative, the West Prairie Game Stream, is made possible by McDonough Telephone's fiber internet. McDonough Telephone offers lightning fast and reliable fiber internet, video, phone, and camera systems to the McDonough County area. Call 309-776-3211 to check your availability. Barkley back to serve again. Another low, hard serve. It's going to right to the net. And into the net was Ludington. And it was going to be a kill either way.
Absolutely.
That was number 13 with the – you going to give her a kill on that?
I gave her a kill. She was up and aggressive.
And she would have got the kill even if it hadn't been in the net. I agree with
And
that.
an ace serve there.
And Barkley gets her 5th straight. 12-7 the score now. Barkley back to serve again. 2 side outs and 2 services of 5 straight points for the Cyclones has gotten them to a 12-point advantage. Winters is going to bump it across with a free ball. Sullivan sets near side to Phelps. Phelps hits deep right side. It's Doug. Now it's going to be another free ball by Winters, and that's a nice low free ball, but it's going to be Sullivan tracking it down to the 3-point line. Back row attack and a nice attack. Now it's going to be an overpass.
Nice down ball.
Sullivan is going to come near side to Phelps again, and this is going to be dug by Schaefer, but nothing doing. A kill for Phelps, number 7. A point for Barkley, and the Cyclones open up a bit of a lead here, leading 13-7. Barkley serving again. Barkley Bills Company is part of that clan, and there's Ludington's going to send a free ball across. Barkley to Sullivan, middle, and a big block by Winters, but a big dig as well. Now it's going to be bumped across on a free ball. And deep and out of play on the attack by Hendricks. Winters had a huge block there. And the side out goes to the Heat as they stop the bleeding finally, and back to serve will be Lauren Winters. And this is when the Cyclones want to take advantage of some front row action, and they get the best hitter on this Heat out of the front row, but they have to get her off the service line first. She gets a point there, and it's 13-9. Lauren Winters is going to be a good one, folks. There's been a couple winners we've seen, and she hits that one low or hard, but not short enough. A service error. The Winters family has got some good blood over in the area. Checking in to serve will be number 15, Janelle Heaton.
Both teams are serving aggressively, only 2 or 1 service error apiece for each team, I believe.
Hannah Carnes in the game as well for the Heat. There's a nice pass. Heaton there. Sullivan sets middle. Hendricks with the kill down the left side for the Cyclones. That's her 2nd kill. Janelle Heaton's got her first service point. And it's 15-9.
4 kills for the Cyclones so far.
Race to 25. And that's in.
An ace.
Heaton with a great placement there. That didn't have a whole lot of pepper on it. Wasn't a hot serve, but it was hot enough to fall in. Checking in will be Parker, and checking back in as well will be number 15, Rebecca Henshaw, as Carnes takes a seat. And others. Heaton back to serve. She's got 2 straight service points. Every server that has scored for the Cyclones has scored 5 or more. And it's going to, I'm jinxed that one, is a bad pass, and Sullivan couldn't get to it. And that will be the end of that reign. So it is back to serve Ludington, the setter for the Heat. as we are just about ready to go here. There's a couple subs. Not sure, checking rotation maybe over there.
Checking scorebooks, yep.
Phelps with the serve receive. Ludington had to serve. Barkley's going to hit it cross court and out. A hitting error results in a point for Ludington, and it's a 16-11 game. Ludington back to serve one more time. Deep and out of play. Starbuck, she hung right with that until she was sure it was out of bounds, didn't she?
Listen to her teammates there.
Yeah, she hung and hung and hung and then let it go out of bounds. And Phelps back to serve for the Cyclones. Winters with the dig. Ludington to set. Far side it goes. On the attack, a little one-arm dig. Will be pushed back across. Starbuck's there and in the net. Not sure if it was Hendricks or Sullivan. So it'll be back to serve now, number 18, Ruby Giddings. 17-12 the score now. Middle, Starbuck. Sullivan's going to tip it across, and that's going to be problems.
Yep.
Coming to get it was Schaefer. And she had a little bit of a passing error. It's going to be Giddings taking a seat as libero. Classing comes back in for her. Back to serve for the Cyclones is the libero, or their libero, I should say. Number 9, Abby Starbuck, with her team leading 18-12 and make that 18-13 after the service error. And back to serve as Winters finds herself back in the front row. They did not make much hay while she was out. Grace Seitz back to serve for the Heat. A chance for the Heat to get back into things, and then just like that, anything you can do, I can do better. It's 19-13 now after the side out. Once again, a race to 25 in rally scoring. Sullivan's second serve or second rotation. Winters deep and out of play. Sullivan gets her first service point. She's opened the game at the service line but did not get a point. Next serve comes to the Heat. Ludington sets middle with a bump set. And Phelps had to back and just couldn't get back far enough. It was Schaefer with the hit and the kill. And a side out for the Heat. And back to serve, number 13, London Parker. She served 4 straight. She's the only server for the Heat to have more than one service point thus far. Starbuck receives that one. Bump set from Sullivan, pushed across by Barkley. Now they set up, do the Cyclones. Now Schaefer's going to hit it deep. Phelps is there. Sullivan going to push it across. Deep corner. What placement. Somebody has told her to do that because she's done that 3 times and it's worked each time. And that's not a kill, right? Because it was you call that a kill or yes?
I call it a tip kill, I guess you could say.
If she's in the back row, you can still call it a tip kill. And ace for Macy Branch, who's got 6 service points. And it's 22-14. Branch back to serve again, trying to get her team to a set 1 win, and that one goes into the net. A service error. There's been quite a few of those both directions here in set number 1.
West Prairie. Yes, 4.
And now it will be Regan Schaefer back to serve again. Looping serve and an overpass, and it's going to come back to the net again. And West Prairie got away with a net. Barkley was in the net. They did not call it. The pass was into the net as well, and that might have been what saved her. A side out by the Cyclones gets them within 2 points of a set 1 win here. Barkley back to serve. She served 6 straight in her first service. And that one goes a let serve. Oh, what a nice dig.
Nice pickup.
And a hitting error, but that on the dig was number 15, Rebecca Henshaw, and that was an outstanding save on that serve, but it's going to be a point nonetheless.
Staying home in the coverage.
And here it is, looking for game point. An overpass, a chance to make something happen. Again, back deep corner, and she got it again. Oh, they're going to say it was out. It was very, very close, very close. Camera lady, was that in or out? Put Madison on the spot. That's how you do this.
Yep.
There's a deep serve, and that one is in. A kill by Taylor Phelps, and that's how set one will end. The Cyclones pick up a set one win, 25-16 over the Heat of West Central High School. There was some really good play on both sides, and there was some subpar play that I know they aren't happy with on both sides, but it comes out with a set one win for the Cyclones. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH and be back in just a couple minutes.
Every day, we walk through these doors, not knowing what waits. It's not easy, but we do it every day because our mission is you. Providing you compassionate care and providing you the best possible patient experience. McDonough District Hospital.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
And welcome back to LaHarpe Junior High as the Cyclones and the Heat are playing for a chance in the regional championship game. The Cyclones win set one, 25-16. The Heat will serve here in first in set number two. Madison on the camera, Ned Eckert here with me. I'm Dwayne Hewlett. Thanks for joining us for IESA 8th grade Class 2A regional semifinal action here from LaHarpe, Illinois. The 4-seed Cyclones are up 1-0 over the number 1 seed Heat, and London Parker serves it into the net and a side out. Now what's funny about that is the Cyclones had the first serve and gave up right on, didn't get a point. Now the Heat start with the first serve in game two. Right. Let's see if everything stays status quo. If you want to get in the live chat, let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Ludington's going to send a free ball across. Shipman's going to send it. There's Parker. Ludington tips it across again. Sullivan, Shipman, back row Sullivan. It's going to be Doug, and it's going to be pushed across. Oh, what a job of getting to it. A kill for Lauren Winters. That's her first, believe it or not, of the match. But that was a great job of playing what she was dealt, right?
Right.
Went with it, knew the ball was going that direction, just had to help it up a little bit.
Got the shoulder turn, kept the ball in front, and pushed.
That's right. Good job by Winters to get that one across. Back to serve will be Henshaw. Sullivan is going to push it right over Winters. Now Winters is going to attack. It goes into the net.
Nice block.
It was blocked by Barkley, but dug and pushed back across by Winters. Here's Branch with the hit, and it might get across, and it not quite. You got to give the Heat credit. They come out here in set number two, and they are getting hands on everything.
They're scrappy.
They are working really hard thus far. Macy Branch back to serve now for the Cyclones. Right at Henshaw. It's going to be a free ball if it gets across. It's pushed across to Sullivan. Barkley back to Sullivan. She's going to push to number 15. That was Henshaw again. And now it's going to be bumped across. Doug Starbuck now pushed across, or free ball across by Sullivan. And sometimes, you always hear coaches want to stay in system, right? But sometimes getting out of system is as bad for the defense as it is for the offense,
exactly.
Right?
You kind of hold them in their neutral spot, and they don't go to their defense as quick.
And then struggling with the serve receive again was Grace Seitz. Another point, her 8th of the match for Macy Branch. and it's 4-1. Cyclones with a lead here in set number 2. They lead 1-0, a chance at a regional title berth on the line. Henshaw, Winters is going to bump it across. Branch, Sullivan out near side to Phelps. That might have been outside the pole or pretty close to it.
It was close.
And Winters pushes it across. Sullivan comes and gets to it. It's going to be a free ball by Branch as she sends it across. Ludington's going to set middle to Winters. Her first real chance at an attempt at a real hard hit, and she hit it right into the net. A hitting error. As I was saying earlier, tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for, and that goes whether you're a Heat fan or a Cyclones fan. We love to see where you're watching from, and also the kids get to go back and if they want to and see who was watching for them. And there's a free ball, and it's going to come across out of bounds off Ludington's arms. And, it's pretty early here. It's 6-1, but it's like the wheels are falling off a little bit as far as passing ability for the Heat. And there's another hard serve by Branch.
Just didn't get the shoulder turn in. Yep.
That's unofficially 10 service points for Branch. Is that what have you kept that at all?
No.
Okay, I've got 10 service points for Branch unofficially. In for the Heat, number 21, Michaela Swank, and she played pretty well there in set number 1. She kind of righted the ship a little bit in the passing department for the Heat. Let's see if she can do it again, and she struggled with that one. Branch serving right at the sub, and sometimes that's what you want to do. Somebody comes in off the bench, you want to go right at them, right?
Welcome to the game.
That's right. Branch serves again. That's deep and out of play. Well, technically it wasn't out of play, I guess, but it's 8-2. Back to serve is Winters, and it's out of bounds. A service error. So the Heat have served twice, and both have been service errors in this game, right? Back to serve will be Alexa Barkley for the Cyclones. Hard low line drive. Dug by Seitz. Now it's going to be hit across by Giddings. Dug by Branch. Now Phelps is going to send a free ball across. Winters is there. Ludington now is going to set far side to Giddings again. She hits it. Branch. Sullivan gets it. A bump set to Hendricks. Hendricks is dug by Winters. Now Ludington a bump set to Giddings again. And it's going to come across. just got across. And Hendricks tried to come up and do something with it and just couldn't make it happen.
Great use of that angle she got.
9-3 is the score. Going back to serve is the setter for the Heat, number 20, Peyton Ludington. Ludington serves deep. Barkley's there. Sullivan back set to Shipman. It's deep and out.
Out of bounds.
The left-hander hit it just a bit deep, and the first service point of set number 2 comes to Peyton Ludington. 9-4 is the score. Another deep serve. Barkley's there again. Sullivan going to set near side to Phelps this time. Her hit is dug by Winters. High up into the ceiling. Ludington to Seitz. Phelps is there. Now a deep push set again, and they're going to get that across maybe? Oh. What hustle, though. Winters tracked down a lot of distance just to get that ball up the first time. And then over chasing it as well was Henshaw. Checking in for the Cyclones to serve is Janelle Heaton. After the side out, it's 10-4. Heaton served 2 points in the first set. That one's a short one, and Winters is there. It's an overpass. Heaton is there. Middle, it's going to go to Hendricks. Her hit is dug on the far side by Henshaw. Ludington's going to push it across. Now a free ball after Heaton came to get it. Ludington, far side. On the attack is Parker. Branch is there. Sullivan. Now it's going to come to Phelps. Deep right corner. It's dug by Henshaw. In the middle, it goes to Seitz. Heaton is there. Sullivan, back row attack to Barkley, and she's going to miss hit it. A hitting error results in a side out. That was a pretty good rally, though, for both teams as they really took care of the ball and passed well.
Probably the longest rally of the match, actually.
Going back to serve will be number 18, Ruby Giddings for the Heat. Deep and out on the right side. Another service error. That's 4 services and 3 service errors and 1 point for the Heat as serving has went away here in set number 2. Back to serve will be Taylor Phelps for the Cyclones. And a low serve. Nice dig by Seitz. It's going to be a free ball across. Starbuck tipped by Sullivan. Tipped again by Sullivan. Clausing is there, but she can't do anything with it. And Sullivan finally, if At first you don't succeed. Try again, right?
Yep, exactly right.
Phelps gets the service point. That's her first service point of the match. Deep right at Winters. Ate her up a little bit, but they're going to get it. Well, they're not going to get it across. The passing error results in it not getting across. And it's 13-5, excuse me. Phelps to serve again. Low at the net and just doesn't quite get high enough. Side out.
I believe that's 2 service errors for West Prairie this game.
Back to serve will be Grace Seitz for the Heat. Winters is back in the front row, so this will be their chance to make something happen here. And then a little miscommunication as Starbuck had a passing error on the serve, and Sullivan knew she couldn't get to it, and nobody else went after it. The first service point of the match for Seitz. And we'll try it again here. 13-7. Seitz trying to get things working for the Heat.
Coach Paul making sure she's got everybody in the right order here with some subs.
Taking as much of her time as she can. Seitz, Starbuck. Sullivan gets to it and sends it across. Winters dug by Barkley. Now it's hit by Phelps from the back row. Oh, nice job of Winters trying to get to it, but couldn't get it across. And a side out gives the serve and a point to the Cyclones. Starbuck back to serve for West Prairie. It's deep, and the libero ducked out of the way. Seitz tried to get there, couldn't do it.
That's 3 service winners in this game.
An ace for Starbuck. You call that an ace?
I call them service winners unless it's not touched.
Starbuck back to serve. Some timeouts probably it's going to start coming as their Seitz gets to that at the last second.
Nice deep serve
Schaefer's
again.
going to send it across. Heaton, Sullivan. Branch going to bump it across with a free ball. Seitz is there. Ludington's going to set middle. It's going to have to be another free ball. Starbuck. Sullivan tips it. Giddings, Ludington. It's going to have to be a free ball back across again. There's struggling for Starbuck. Got a little higher than she thought it was going to. Now a deep set to get it across for Sullivan. Now it's going to be on the far side. Schaefer with the hit. Nice pass that time. It's going to go to Barkley after the, and she's going to do a great tip.
Nice.
She went up like she was going to just drill it, and then she just tipped it with both hands to the left. Barkley gets the kill. Another point for Starbuck after a long rally.
There's your timeout.
And here comes a timeout by the Heat. And we were kind of looking at each other up here, wondering when that timeout was going to come, and it finally does come. This game being brought to you by Good Hope Gardens. Good Hope Gardens located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. Open April through October, and April's going to be here before you know it. Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 4 for all your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow their Facebook page for daily updates. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. And Country Financial agent Brett Powell, your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. And Ryden Farm Supply, located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974. Ryden Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP, seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in the area, and as a customer, they will take care of you. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121. And as you just heard Ned say, a service error by Starbuck gives the serve back to the Heat, trailing by 8, 16-8. And a little trouble passing, and back to serve was number 28, Reese Avery, as she's in for the first time, and she got her first service point. And an overpass as Phelps can't control it. Out of bounds. And the thing about baseball, softball, and volleyball, all kind of the same, right? Doesn't really matter how big your lead is. They can always come back, can't they?
Momentum is key.
And there's Barkley,
Come
Sullivan.
out of a timeout with a service error and 2 passing errors.
Winters with the hit. No, Phelps with the and Winters gets the kill. I thought for a second they were going to call.
Foul.
I did too. I was waiting.
There's another one. Overpass kill.
And Winters is the one you cannot send the overpass to. We talked about that earlier. And a timeout for West Prairie, as Coach Paul has seen enough with her team leading by 4, 16-12. Also helping to bring you this contest, Yetter Farm Equipment. Yetter Farm Equipment with facilities in Colchester and Macomb, Illinois, is an agricultural equipment manufacturer that has been in business since 1930 and is currently hiring. Start a new career with excellent benefits and starting hourly wages of $18 to $24. For more information, call 309-776-4111 or visit them online at www.yetterco.com/careers. Phelps with the serve receive. Barkley's going to push it across. Winters is there again, and it's going to fall back across, and she's going to get it. And they're going to call an illegal hit on Winters. She laughs about it. And, sometimes that's an illegal hit. But, some of the stuff they let go today,
right.
You're like, how is that an illegal hit? You could do that on a serve, and it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You do it on a hit, or you do it in a situation like that, and they call an illegal hit. But they let a lot more go on serves than they used to, that's for sure. Winters is going to push it across. Phelps will be tipped across by Sullivan. Ludington's going to push it across. Sullivan's there. Barkley back row set to Sullivan, who hits it. It's dug by Seitz. Far side to Schaefer. Her hit is deep, 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 and Phelps is there. Sullivan's going to set Branch. Branch's hit's going to go off of Schaefer. It's coming to the net. Oh, a nice save over there. Can they get it across? They cannot. Give Giddings all kinds of credit, man. She went right to the net to get that, and Ludington got there as well but couldn't do anything with it. But, man, that was great effort.
Centered the ball nicely right back to the court.
Sullivan gets the service point, and she goes back to serve again. 18-12, a chance. 7 points away and a let serve. And I still say those things should be illegal.
Yeah. Another one of them rules to speed the game up.
Let serves, man. I'm telling you what, that's like got to be the hardest thing to try to receive, is it?
Yep.
If you could figure out how to do that, you'd have ace after ace. Of course, you can block that in high school, I suppose. So
I believe so, yes.
So maybe it wouldn't be quite as effective. Starbuck is there. Sullivan with the set, middle to Barkley. Barkley's attack punched across by Schaefer. Sullivan's going to come near side to Branch this time. Her hit is through the block. Sights, it's the second hit. Ludington's going to have to send a free ball. Starbuck. Sullivan, middle to Barkley. Deep, and Sights is there again. Ludington bumps that middle to Winters. Sullivan had to get that one. That was Shipman, the lefty, from the right side. Now it's going to be Schaefer on the attack. So Starbuck gets it, and it's going to go across by Barkley. Great job by Shipman and Barkley to get it across. Ludington middle to Winters now. Sullivan's there. Barkley back to back to Sullivan, excuse me. That's going to be the third hit as Schaefer went up and got it and kind of knocked it away from Klossing. And after all that, the Cyclones get another point. It's 20-12. Henshaw is going to check in for Schaefer.
Back row coverage for West Prairie has been excellent here on this run.
Madeline Sullivan back to serve again. She served 3 straight now to give her team an 8-point advantage one more time. Sights a little trouble with the serve receive, and then Swank had some trouble as well, and it's 21-12. Another timeout I would expect to be coming here shortly for Coach Hill and the Heat, but not as of yet. They're down by 9, 21-12. Cyclones with a bid to the regional final on the line, and it went out. It was a let serve, and Klossing tried her darndest to hit it, but that's one of the times when you miss it, you're lucky, right?
I thought she was going to run into it.
So a side out, as that was a let serve, and it wasn't out by about an inch or two, it didn't look like.
Couldn't have been.
So you can see Coach Paul over there talking still. She's over there saying, get down, get on the balls of your feet, get your arms out.
Right, exactly.
And Henshaw in to serve. Phelps, Sullivan, middle to Barkley, tipped. Swank is there. Ludington's going to go middle to Winters. She's going to push it across. Phelps with the receive. Pushed deep by Sullivan. Ludington comes up, and a free ball comes across. Phelps right under. Great pass to Sullivan, and a big block by Winters on the attack by Barkley. And Lauren Winters says, I'm not ready to quit yet, ladies. We're ready to keep going. A block kill for Winters, and it's 21-14. Henshaw's serve is deep. Starbuck is there. Sullivan's going to go right back to Barkley, and she goes right through the block of Winters. An overpass. Not a whole lot to do with it there, though, as Winters sends it right back again. Sullivan. Barkley's going to tip it. Comes in and overpass again. Phelps to Sullivan. Ludington now is going to set middle to Winters. She's going to push it across. Phelps is there. Into the net. No, it didn't get into the net. Sullivan needed it to get in the net, and it didn't get there. And Henshaw gets the point. And it's 21-15. Back to a 6-point game. That's deep and right. A service error. 22-15.
I've got them for 4 in this game.
Heaton back in to serve. No, that's Branch, excuse me. Branch serving. Pushed across, and it's going to fall. Sullivan, you know, I've said this several times, but I've seen Sullivan through Sullivan's mom play when a long time ago. Well, not long. Sorry, Leslie, not a long time ago, but she had such good court awareness and vision, and you can see that in Madeline here thus far. As Branch, another serve, it comes across to Starbuck, and that's an over. Nope, goes into the net, and Sullivan tried to get there and just couldn't. So it's a side out for the Heat. It's 23-16.
Nice serve.
Phelps, Winters sends it across, and then Phelps, or no, that was not Winters, excuse me, it was Seitz. She'll get the kill. Winters got the service point. And it's 23-17. Another hard, low serve. Barkley, Phelps. Sullivan's going to send it across. Nice low free ball. Ludington to Seitz. Deep to Sullivan back row. Hits it. Swank. Now Ludington's going to have to push it across. It's partially blocked. Barkley got a hand on it.
Yep.
And it is a point for Winters and the Heat, and they've closed to within 5 now, 23-18. Phelps tipped across by Sullivan. It's out. Out. The West Central fans do not agree.
Do not agree.
It's 24-18, 1 point away. Barkley back to serve for the Cyclones. The Heat have to get a side out and score 5 straight in order to keep this one alive. Barkley deep. Swank. Ludington a bump set's going to go to number 35. That's Rankin. That's going to be a free ball across. Ludington sets middle to Seitz. He's going to bump it back across. Barkley's there. Sullivan. Hendricks is going to have to send the free ball now. Winters. Ludington's going to go get it. Seitz is going to hit it deep. Barkley's there. Sullivan comes to Phelps. Phelps down the line, and it's in and a kill. Taylor Phelps gets her 4th kill, and it's the biggest one of the night as she sends her team to the regional finals on Thursday, I do believe, here at LaHarpe Junior High, 25-18 in game number 2. And the Cyclones, who came in as the 4th seed in the regional, upset the number 1 seed, and they'll move on to play either North Fulton or Lewiston on Thursday night. We'll have that game on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH as well. And I don't know if Coach Paul's going to come up and talk to us or not, but a team that came in at about 500 in the Cyclones is not playing like a team that's 500, are they?
Oh, exactly right. They were very aggressive in the back row, stayed in their coverage, and were hitting the ball deeper to the West Central team, and I think that made the difference there.
Yeah, it was. They played the deep corners too, didn't they? A lot.
Exactly right. They stayed in system a lot more than West Central.
So the Cyclones get the win here. We'll take a break and see if Coach Paul is going to come up and talk to us, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
We're an 11-bed ER. I pride myself on every day that the patients get what they need and see a physician when they need it. We want them to be headed towards the road of recovery when they leave here. I feel like we have nurses that care so much. We're more than a team. It's a family, and we want what's best for the patient.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
And welcome back to LaHarpe Grade School, Junior High. I don't even know what they call these anymore, Coach Paul.
It's a K through 8 building.
There you go, K through 8 building. But it's a junior high for tonight, I guess, for all intents and purposes. And Coach Paul, you guys came in the number 4 seed. And I know that some people thought the year wasn't what you wanted it to be, but you're playing your best volleyball at the right time now, aren't you?
Well, we've picked it up the last week and a half. Of course, we have an injury to one of my players, but the person who went in did a really strong job, and we had a lot of fun tonight and relaxed and just set about taking care of the ball and using our training.
Well, I've talked to you in past. The first time I saw you guys play, when we talked, I said these girls look like volleyball players. I mean, they've got size, a little bit of size for their age. They can move their feet. You've got kids with pedigree in Madeline Sullivan. You had to feel like as you reached postseason, that's where you aim to get to, right, is postseason and have your best stuff then?
Exactly. I mean, I told the kids everybody's 0-0 right now. The season's been for preparation, but right now we have to go and play hard and see, what we have to offer.
So it looked like you guys controlled Winters pretty good. I've seen the Heat play one time, and Lauren Winters, number 25, pretty good player in the front row. A couple overpasses that she took advantage of, but really you guys controlled her rather well.
Well, I think we served really well, and they didn't, have their best passing game tonight. I'm really pleased with our service game, and I think we were on offense more than defense, and that's always good.
Yeah, whenever, and we've talked in years past, days past, whatever, passing is what facilitates that, right?
Key.
And you guys struggled really early on serve receive in the first service, and then after that you settled down.
Yeah, serve and pass is key at any level of volleyball, in my opinion, and we've worked really hard on it, and hopefully it's going to come around at the right time.
Now, Ned Eckert's been doing the game with me up here, and we talked at the beginning of the game. I was down on the floor, and both Coach Hill and you were both coaching before the game started. I mean, fundamental coaching, not saying, okay, we're going to do this rotation or that rotation. You're down there, stay on the balls to your feet, get your arms out in front of you, stuff like that. Fundamentals are the key, I think, to getting, especially at this level, so that when you get to the high school level, you can be more, right?
Absolutely, and I tell them, you know, if you don't want to hear me keep saying the same things, just do it because, you know, I will tell you what I see. So, you know, fix it.
You've been doing this a while now. We won't say how long. Postseason still a lot of fun for you?
Absolutely. The game is a lot of fun for me. I tell the kids that I love the game of volleyball, and that's why I'm still here. And hopefully I have something to offer them.
You've won state championships. You've done all kinds. You've been to state tournament a lot. And, you know, everybody says, well, Tom Brady won a bunch of Super Bowls. They can't mean anything after that. Once you win one, you just want to keep getting back there?
Absolutely. I mean, each team is different, and each team has, you know, the same expectations, and it's a goal to try to repeat that.
Well, before I let you go, you have Leslie on your coaching staff. Madeline is a little bigger, taller than Leslie, but I see a lot of Leslie in Madeline from what I remember. So I'm sure you could see a lot of that same stuff too, right?
Yes, it's absolutely a joy to have Leslie. She knows exactly what I'm doing and what I'm thinking, and just teaching her the new drills has been, you know, but she is a wonderful addition.
And Madeline plays a lot like her, I think. I mean, at least the grit anyway. She's got that never say die, go after everything, play as hard as I can all the time kind of mentality, doesn't she?
Absolutely. She's a major competitor. I mean, and you need those kind of leaders. I
remember when Leslie played, her hips were bruised, and
yeah.
she was sore all the time from getting on the floor after everything, and Madeline kind of plays that way. I was laughing towards the end of that second set. There was a pass that went to the net, and you knew it was going to be into the net or under the net, and it went under. But she was there to play it. I said it just needed to get into the net for her, right? I mean,
yeah.
she reads the ball really well.
Pretty good, and she has a lot of get every ball in her, and you know that is very essential, and not everybody has that.
Macy Branch, unofficially 12 service points tonight. She served great for you guys.
She did a spectacular job. She replaced my injured player, and I said go out there and have fun and go for the ball. That's why we're here, and she served spectacular.
The one last thing before I let you go, it looked like you guys, especially Sullivan, was looking for the back deep corners. Was that a plan going into tonight?
Absolutely. What part of the court's open, and you know, if you've got the skills to find it, let's find it.
Absolutely. That's the way to do it, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you very much for coming up and talking to us. I guess we'll see. Was it Thursday night, right?
No, it's tomorrow night
tomorrow
at 5:30.
night. So it's Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember which one it was. So
Yep.
tomorrow night at 5:30.
Tomorrow night,
Championship
5:30.
game tomorrow night at 5:30. It'll be here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Thanks for coming and talking to me. I always have fun talking to you. So.
And thank you. We so appreciate all you do for not only the sport of volleyball, but all kids in this area and the parents who are benefiting from all your work. Thank you so much.
Well, I appreciate that. So we're going to get out of here. That'll be we're going to come back. I think I should do the next game. Do you think I should do the next game since I'm here?
Oh, you better.
Yeah, I better. Yeah. So I guess we'll stick around and do the North Fulton-Lewiston game as well. So you'll be able to see who the Cyclones will be playing in the championship game in just a little bit. So for Ned Eckert, for Madison Boo on the camera, I appreciate everybody watching. We're going to leave this stream, and we'll be back in a couple minutes with the next one here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.